This video will explain the determinants of price elasticity of supply, or the factors that influence the value of price elasticity of supply and determine that value. The first factor is time. Basically, in the short run and the long run, price elasticity of supply is quite different. In the short run, it's very hard for producers to automatically adjust their production plans. So in the short run, supply is relatively more inelastic, while in the long run, producers have a lot more time to adjust their production plans, and therefore in the long run, supply is more elastic. The second determinant of price elasticity of supply is how mobile the factors of production are, so the mobility of factors of production. How easy it is to switch the factors of production between producing different things. If it's relatively easy to switch between production, supply will obviously be more elastic. But if it's quite difficult to switch the factors of production between producing different products, in that case, supply might not be very responsive to price and would therefore be more inelastic. The third determinant of price elasticity of supply is the existence of unused capacity. If there is lots of unused capacity and the businesses have a lot of capacity to increase production, supply will be more elastic. But in a situation of producers that are producing at full capacity, in that case, supply won't be really responsive to changes in price, and in that case, supply will be more inelastic. This brings us to the last determinant of price elasticity of supply, which is the ability to store stocks, or the ability to keep inventory. If the product is storable, and the business is able to keep inventory, if the price rises, the business would be able to respond by increasing the supply. So the supply would obviously be more elastic if the business is able to keep inventory, or if that product is a product that you can store. In a situation where the business is unable to keep inventory, maybe because the business doesn't have storage space, or maybe because the product itself is perishable. In that case, if the business is unable to keep inventory, supply will be less responsive to changes in price. Supply will be more inelastic in that case. So a very practical application of price elasticity of supply and seeing how it applies in the real world is taking a look at the difference between primary commodities and manufactured products. Now, in an earlier video, we explained that primary commodities are products of the industries in the primary sector, industries such as agriculture, fishing, forestry, while manufactured products are products that are produced in factories. They are products of the secondary sector of production. Now, if we look at the main determinants of price elasticity of supply, we can deduce that the price elasticity of supply, or the supply of primary commodities, will be relatively inelastic. This is because primary commodities often take time to increase production, whether it's to grow or to extract. If you need to increase the quantity supplied of oil or cotton or gold or anything that you grow or you extract, it takes time. You can't do that overnight. If you're growing something, that will take a whole season, for example. And it's not always easy to store inventory of a lot of these commodities. However, manufactured products, on the other hand, their supply is often relatively elastic because it's very easy to keep inventory. Most of them are very easy to store, and it's much easier to increase production. So the price elasticity of supply will often be higher for manufactured products and much lower for primary commodities. And this is because supply of manufactured products is a lot more responsive to changes to price, because producers can easily increase production most of the time, or they can keep inventory. While primary commodities, producing more of these commodities often takes time, and it's not always easy to increase production if there's a rise in price.